This is the east end of Princes Street, leading up to St Andrew's Square. Here the contractors are busy preparing the ground and laying tracks for the trams, which are due to start operating in about 18 months' time. Most of Princes Street itself has now reopened. That's much to the relief of everyone, not least the local authority.
Absolutely, and I think particularly since Princes Street now has been finished in terms of the tram, the tracks are down in Princes Street. We've now started work on York Place. St Andrew's Square is up and running, and a lot of the track work and stations that are being worked off street as well is progressing very well. I think people are now beginning to see that something is happening.
But that's of little consolation to the businesses along the route that have suffered.
Well, I think that obviously there's a recession at the moment as well, which has not been very good for the businesses. And I'm aware in particular areas, particularly in the West End, there's been a lot of challenging works happening there. And we have been trying to work with the businesses. But I would be the first to admit, I think the communications that we've had with the businesses hasn't been to the best that I would expect. And what I'm trying to do over the next few weeks and next few months is to gauge with the businesses, to listen to what they've got to say and see if we can make some changes and be seen to being, I suppose, listening and making changes is what I want to try to ensure for the businesses.
How are you going to overcome the belief still prevalent in some parts of Edinburgh that this tram is actually not going out to the airport?
Only a few weeks ago, someone who was cutting my hair said to me, my customers keep asking me, is it going to go out to the airport? Yes, it is. And I think we are trying to communicate that, and the tram stops. But there are people who don't want this project to succeed, and in the beginning didn't want trams to happen. So that, some people will, no matter what you say and how you communicate that, will never be persuaded by it. And what we've got to do is persuade people that this is good for the city, it'll be good for the economy and good for the businesses in the city, and we need to ensure we get the work quickly as possible and get the tram up and running as quickly as possible.
Out at the depot at Gogar, the trams are all lined up, ready to start work. The recruitment of drivers is already underway. The control room is now fully equipped. All that remains is for the project to be completed on the newly agreed timetable and budget.
What I want to try to deliver is the tram project on the revised time and on the revised budget, and that's my challenge to the officers that are working on the tram project.
The eyes of many around the world, not just Edinburgh, will be watching to see if, this time, it really happens.